if we're gonna talk about the greatest Shield member, it's gonna have to be John at the end of the day. This dude just changed the game.
And as far as greatest, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to quantify that because if Seth had gone or if Roman had gone to AEW and they were allowed to do something different, or if Moxley had stayed in Dean Ambrose, it's hard. It really is hard to.
If you look at the careers that they have now, without the what ifs, okay, because what ifs you can do that with anything. The careers that they have now, Moxley wins it. He changed the game.
Has he though?
He won it. He won it because he changed the game. He left WWE as a joke. Okay. He went over to AEW and look where they're at now. Look what he is considered with that championship. He is a real champion, is what he's considered. He fights anyone and everyone. I mean, the Death Riders is.
But would you call him the face of AEW? Because I don't know that I would. You call Roman Reigns as the face of WWE.
But that's because WWE has a face.
Face of that company.
I don't really. If we're really going to call someone a face, it is John of AEW. If you're going, John is AEW. Everything that screams AEW is John. He gets nasty when he needs to. He loves to wrestle. He can do it all. He's one of those guys that if the AEW World Championship felt huge around his waist. It feels big around MJF, but think about it. When Hangman had it, it didn't feel as big as what John had it. It didn't feel as big as what Swerve had it. Swerve had it. It felt what you said. Darby, Jungle Boy, is John, and then Swerve with that title. John is like.
But I would say I think it felt bigger when MJF had it.
The first run. I would.
And if I had to say who's the face of AEW, it would probably be MJF.
Well, that's what TC just said, John or MJF. Yeah. I don't know. I would have to agree with MJF too, but I do see John as like the soul. I
would agree with that. Just like I would say, if you're going to WWE again and doing the comparison, Roman's the face, Seth would be the soul.
I would say Seth is the brains. Is he that guy, man?
That's still Paul Heyman. I can't take that from Paul Heyman. Seth would be
Paul
the soul.
Heyman. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, Paul Heyman is the brains. You're right about that. Yeah, Paul Heyman is legit. Yeah, but it's hard to call AEW's face because people will be like, it's Will Ospreay. No, it's Hangman Adam Page. No, it's the Young Bucks. No, it's such X, Y, and Z. AEW has a lot of people that can go a different way, but honest to God, I agree with you guys. MJF or John Moxley, I will put it between those two.
And that's the only reason I say Roman Reigns is better. I think John is the better wrestler between the two. Yeah. I think Seth is the better wrestler overall of all three of them. I think John is the crazy one. I think he's closer to Seth as a wrestler than Roman is any of them.
Yes.
Roman is definitely third in that. But I just, the accolades, look, in a way, Roman has changed the game himself. With the way he's carried himself, with the way everything he's done, you can't say he hasn't changed the way WWE treats a lot of their wrestlers and a lot of their champions, especially.
No, you're right. You're right about that. I agree with that.
I mean, I realize what you're saying with John because we think he's a better wrestler than Roman, so you're going to naturally put them ahead.
It's the whole building turning the company around.
But see that again, that wasn't just John though. There was a lot of people involved in that.
There was a lot of people involved, but who was a champion at that time? Who had it on his back?
And not to mention, when you look at before the past year and a half, Moxley was just another player.
And he stepped back, but look what he's been at for the last year. He's been that guy.
I get that.
Yeah, he stepped
Roman
back.
was that for 4 years in WWE.
But that's the thing, though. One guy didn't want to step back, and one guy will step back to let other people in. Look at all the champions that we've had in AEW versus WWE. New kids getting the championship versus, Yeah, I agree with that too. Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah, I agree with that. But
he's definitely the new age Shawn Michaels.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Seth is.
Oh yeah, Seth. Yeah, Rollins. Yeah.
Yeah. But either way, look, all three of them have had legendary companies. All three of them will definitely be in Wrestling Hall of Fame.